is revealing the Pixel 11 tomorrow. But before the phone ever takes the stage, Google is already producing the conversation around it. Today, we're breaking down the launch strategy and how you can use the same news to create timely content that demonstrates your own expertise. I'm Jamie Maglietta. This is an on-cam ready presentation, and I'm sticking with Think Like a Producer for this episode, as well as all of my Monday through Thursday, potentially Friday shows where we are breaking down the news, content, and conversations getting attention so you can find your angle and produce your authority online. I do already have a podcast called Think Like a Producer, but this practically daily show will eventually replace it on the podcasting platforms. Right now, it's only on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for more episodes like this. All right, Google's official page confirms that Pixel 11 will take the stage at the Made by Google event on August 12th, tomorrow. It gives us the product, the date, and the next action. And then you have to tune in for the reveal. But it doesn't try to explain everything the phone can do. Google's Instagram teaser made it even simpler. This one goes to 11. It's short, it's playful, and it gives the audience just enough information to recognize what's coming without giving the entire story, just like your content should. If you're a marketing strategist, that is your angle for covering this news. The social post and the product page are doing two different jobs. That reel creates curiosity. The website provides information and next steps, like the who, what, where, when, and why. That gives you a timely video that you can publish today. So Google Pixel's campaign demonstrates why one post shouldn't have to do everything. And that could be your hook. You could have it overhead on your talk to camera video. Google's Pixel campaign demonstrates why one post shouldn't have to do everything, and here's why. Show the two examples on screen and explain how brands can assign every launch post one specific job. Create curiosity, reveal the offer, and then demonstrate the result. Answer an objection, or invite that next action. That turns Google's teaser into a practical content lesson your audience can apply to their own launch. And as a marketing expert, if that's who I'm talking to right now, this is a great hook and a great way for you to lean in to the news. All right, now let's look at the conversation developing on LinkedIn. This post from Prime View magazine argues that AI, not simply a faster processor or better camera, could be the Pixel's best differentiator. That is an industry prediction, not a confirmed product claim, but it gives sales professionals a strong conversation to enter. This is a good example as to how you could structure your own content on LinkedIn, creating a conversation around the news and positioning yourself as an authority. One question you could ask, is when does a feature become a meaningful differentiator? A salesperson could share this post and even write about it too. AI may be the headline of tomorrow's Pixel launch, but a feature isn't valuable simply because a company emphasizes it. What would Google need to demonstrate to convince you that its AI creates a better customer experience? Now, if you reply with something like that, now you've done more than repost someone else's prediction. You've introduced a question your audience can help answer on the post you just shared. That's you building engagement. That's you leaning into the media ecosystem, which is what all thought leaders should be doing. You can then return after the launch and evaluate it. Did Google demonstrate a meaningful customer benefit? Or was it a flop? As a marketing expert, this is when you can really weave in your point of view on the way they led up to it and whether or not it lived up to the hype. You could do this about any product. That gives your audience a reason to engage. And if you post about this today, ahead of the launch, you have a few posts this week. You have today ahead of it. You have when it's launched, what your initial thoughts are. And then maybe like a week later, it's after I've looked at everything, after I've seen some reviews, here's my take on it. It really can drive your content and help you stand out online. Now, if you're a creator or a small business owner, I want you to study the entire sequence. Google has created an Instagram teaser, an official event page, and a live reveal event around one central product moment. The angle you can teach on is this is just one announcement, but it's also a launch strategy. Here's how. Turn it into a simple tutorial, a newsletter item, a LinkedIn post. You could say before your next launch, create a runway like Google did with Pixel 11. Start with the teaser, introduce the problem, follow with a preview that promises a result. Use the main announcement to reveal the offer. You want to make sure that when you are leaning into the news that you're providing value to your audience. In order to do that, you need to follow my framework Know your message. What is your message around a news item? What is the point of view, the academic background, the lived experience that you can pour into that post and provide value with? One news story has essentially been able to produce a variety of angles and topics that experts in all different fields could lean in on. The marketing strategists, you can explain why different posts need different jobs. If you're the sales professional, you can examine whether AI is truly a benefit to the customer. And if you're a business owner, you can turn this announcement, into an entire content runway. That is the opportunity in a timely story. Don't repeat that Google's launching something. Identify the strategy, the question, or the conversation that could be had around that news story and lean in. I'm Jamie Maglietta. This is Think Like a Producer. Use the news, find your angle, and produce with authority.